Brown onion. براون اونيون.
اي براون هاي وحده.
مفروم لو
جيبي اذا اكو مفروم جيبي واحد. لا مو مفروم، لا وحده بس. لا مو مفروم، احنا نسوي حلقات صح.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Giant Duathlon Series race briefing. This is race 3. We're just going to start in a couple of minutes, give everyone a chance to get in, give them a little bit of time. I would ask you, Zena, if you could keep yourself on mute at all times, please. There's no need to talk. I will answer questions at the end. Thank you very much. So we'll start the race briefing in a couple of minutes. Grab yourself a little bit of lunch, some water, whichever you prefer to keep yourself hydrated. For us, it's Monviso, but there are other brands available. We'll start the race briefing in 2 minutes. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Giant Duathlon in association with Albu Marine, as well as Beyond the Bike, for the race 3 at Global Village. My name's John. I'll be the race director for you all on Saturday. And what a wonderful weekend we're looking forward to here at Race Me. So again, big thanks to all of you for joining this race briefing. If you are unfamiliar with the area, i.e. Global Village, we'll go through the venue in a bit more detail and explain the routes for you. Everything's online. You can find that in the email that went out today. The reg list is there, so you can check your distance, make sure you're doing the right one as you expected when you registered. And of course, the routes are there for you to take a closer look at as well. We will go over everything on the morning before we set you all off, just to ensure everyone's happy and comfortable with exactly what they're planning on doing that day. But before we do start, I would like to express a little bit of thanks from Race Me's side. Once again, a big thanks to all of you for registering, participating in this event. Big thanks to Beyond the Bike for being the bike partner and Giant home for a lot of people here in Dubai. They are located down in Motor City. Do go check them out. You can get discounts on all sorts of things within the shop, particularly Giant bikes, as well as any accessories you may need for your race on Saturday. A big thanks to Al Boom as well for allowing us to host the event and the new Giant Duathlon Series. This is race 3, one more to go. We are anticipating to host that event in the Design District in the heart of Dubai. Great backdrops, and we expect all of you to be there with us. We will be looking at a discount price for participants long-term of all the Giant Duathlon series to really set the last one off before we move into the Ramadan period. Just talking about other people to thank, I would like to thank our Monviso water partner. Where can we see that? If I do that, there we go. Oh, no. Monviso water. Here we go. If I do this, Monviso water. If you are able to look after your hydration needs this weekend on Saturday with us, you will find their product all across the 3 aid stations. So a big thanks to them. If you are taking photos, I would ask you please hashtag Monviso water, just to give them some love on social media and send them some thanks for providing all of the water for you guys. Also, Oakley, big thanks to Oakley eyewears. If you are looking for some kind of sun protection, then please check out their full range. A big thanks to Fitness First, our fitness partner. Just so you're aware, you can take your bibs from the weekend and go into any Fitness First gym and have a day pass by showing the bib in your preferred gym. Might give you an opportunity to discover some of their new locations, or if you're an existing member or would just like to try something different, then do check them out as well. Big thanks to the Dubai Sports Council. Without them, none of these events would take place. They've been extremely helpful this week with us, and I do want to give a special thanks to those guys. So without further ado, we will move into the race briefing. I'm going to share my screen, show you exactly where you'll be racing, what sort of race you'll be doing. And then at the end of the race briefing, I will open up the mutes to answer any questions or go into any more detail with anybody should you wish. So we'll try and make this fairly quick. It will be online to look at later. I am recording, and I'll post it on that same reg list page where the maps and the reg list currently sit, so you can review later. And if you are, we have around 200 people registered, 40 in this chat. So if you do have people that you know are racing with you, please share the link with them and just let them have a look. The more people who understand the route makes it a much safer event, and there's less questions and disappointments when you go the wrong way on the race day. And we don't really want that to take place. So I will now share my screen, so you guys can all see the Global Village area. This is Global Village. If you haven't seen it from above, we can zoom out a little bit. Situated just outside of Dubai on the Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road. And there are 2 ways to get into Global Village from this direction. I will annotate as well so you can see. If you're coming along here, you will take this exit, then you will come up, drive down the back of Global Village, all the way around, and then you will enter the car parking here. If you are coming southbound towards Abu Dhabi, you will exit. You will then come under the tunnel and come into parking here. This area is our parking. This is where I ask you to please park your car. This is what we have been allocated by the Global Village and City Mall teams. So this will be car parking. I will clear this and then we can zoom in a little bit. Okay, so when you get into your car parking area, we will then be asking you to come over to the registration. Registration will be absolutely next to the transition area. I'm just looking for another picture I have, which I can show you in a bit more detail as well. But for now, when you come into your car parking in this area, you'll walk across the roads, careful, making sure you look after yourself. We would advise coming this way as it's zebra crossing. Either way, you can make your way, please, to the transition area, which is going to be located in this part of the car parking area. So whichever way you're coming, that is where you want to head to. The only thing I ask you to do for me this weekend is please turn up knowing what your bib number is, and please check that you have the right bib number and name on your bib before you take your bag off of the bike racking. That speeds things up tremendously. If you end up asking Veronica at this stage what your bib number is, there's no excuse for that. You can go online. We're not here to service you in that respect. Please check out all the information online, and when you come into the transition area, you'll be able to go straight to your bike. Your bike will be on, well, sorry, you need to put your bike on your number on the rails for racking that we have. You can take your race bag that will be hanging on your number, and inside will be your bib with your name and your number. If it's not your name on the bib, please don't take it thinking it's yours. Come and see one of us. We'll help you find yours. So we are going to then, I'll show you the overview. I'll clear my scribblings and we can then, no, I didn't clear it. Okay, so this is the transition area. The bikes will be situated in here. This is where you will rack your bikes on these yellow rails. This is the finish line here. And then this is the transition out, transition in, depending on what you're doing, running or biking. And I'll talk you through these just now. So this will be the registration or question tent in the morning. When you come in, you can come and see Veronica sitting in this tent. If you've got any problems, you can't find your bib, and then we can get you squared away. The start of the race is going to be in the finish line. So depending on what distance you're doing, we'll be trying to set everyone off at first light. So the standard guys around 6:10, the sprint guys around 6:20, and the super sprints around 6:30. But we'll line you all up in the finish line, which is this area here. You will then start your run. You will run out of the finish area and you will be turning right and heading down the road. And I will show you the run course now. So when you come out of the start, you will be coming along this way and you will turn left there. You will then run all the way around and you will complete your distance depending on what you're doing. Again, I will ask and remind you when we start the race exactly where and what you're going to run, just to make sure you know where you are running. This little section here at the back, you're going to run this clockwise and then back onto the loop. So this loop, ladies and gentlemen, is 5 kilometers. So that means if you're doing the standard distance, you will be running that loop twice. If you are doing the sprint distance, you will run that loop once. And if you are doing the super sprint distance, you will turn here at the bottom of my screen at the 2.5 kilometer turn point. That will be your first turn point when you have finished or when you do your first run. When you have then completed your distance, depending on what category you're in, you will come back into the transition area. You will then get on your bike and you will leave the transition on your bike. So when you come out of transition, you will be coming through here now on your bike. After you've done your first run, you'll be coming in, you'll get your bike, and then you will leave transition on your bike, and you will run across here this way, and there is a mount line just here, and that is where you will mount on your bike. I will show you the bike course in a moment, but seeing as we have this screen, when you come back in on your bike, you'll be coming this way. Here is the dismount line. You will dismount, and then you will run back into transition. You will rack your bike depending on what your bike number is, and then you will start your second run this way. So this entrance is for run in, run out, and this entrance is for bike out, bike in. Okay, now we're going to pull up the bike course for you all. And here is the bike course. So you will leave the bike, you will then go onto the main road. I will talk about this junction in 1 second. It's quite a particular area that you need to be aware of. And you will start your bike ride and you will ride around the outside of Global Village through the roundabout. At this point, you will then U-turn on the road. You will head back up to this car park, a little loop in the car park, and then we will head back down, or you will head back down rather, around the roundabout and back to the transition. This route is 5 kilometers. So if you are doing standard, that means you need to do 8 laps. If you are doing sprint, you need to do 4 laps. If you are doing super sprint, you need to do 2 laps. For those who are not great at counting their laps, please put some kind of indicator on your handlebars that you can remove or help yourself with your laps, i.e. a little bit of a marker, a whiteboard marker on your handlebars. You can rub off each mark as you go around on your lap. Additionally, sellotape, a little bit of tape or something, electrical tape, just pull it off. That can help you count your laps. But my preferred way is to ensure that my Garmin is working and I know that I have to do 40 kilometers. If your Garmin says 35, you have 1 lap to go for standard. For the sprints and super sprints, I hope you can count 4 laps. But if you get to 15 kilometers, by the time you reach the transition area, you know you have 1 more lap to go. Please make sure you know how many laps you've done. My team will have no idea how many you have completed. They will not be counting them for you, so there is no point asking them. You'd be surprised how many people ask as they're coming past at 40 kilometers an hour, how many laps have I done? Sorry, I was not watching. Okay, so that is your bike route. When you finish your bike, you will then go back out on your run route for your second run. So we will just bring the run route back, and on the run route, as I said, you will be coming down here on your bike. You will put your bike into transition, then you will run out and you will start your run route. If you are doing super sprint, you need to turn at the 1.25 kilometer turn point and head back. If you are doing sprint, you need to turn at the 2.5 kilometer turn point and head back the same way you ran to the finish. Those that are doing the standard, it is 1 full lap all the way around, like your 2 laps in the beginning. Just to reiterate, for your second run, standard will do 1 lap. Sprint will turn at the 2.5 km point, and super sprint will turn at the 1.25 km point. When you turn, you go back the same route that you just ran. Okay, one little thing just to draw your attention to for being safe. Well, there's 2 actual points. Firstly, we will have this road coned, but it is an open road and there are a couple of stop and go where we will be holding traffic. This is one area here where cars may come across, which we will be managing and monitoring. But please, as it is an open road, keep your eyes open. Always look after yourself. Always look after your fellow bike riders whilst you're out on the route. So please just make sure you're aware that there are cars coming. The other area that is worth taking note, again, we will be operating a stop and go at these junctions. There will be security from the mall and Global Village there, but we are not able to control every single person as best we wish. So remember where you're living, remember where you're riding, and just look out for yourself and everyone else. So this is another junction that you need to be a little bit careful about. And then the other area that I would like to draw your attention to is this part here. So when you come on your second, third, fourth, or fifth lap, you'll be coming down this road. There is a chicane here. And you will go like this. This will be blocked at this point. You will not be able to pass. So transition is here at the bottom of my screen. As you come past transition and we're all cheering because you're doing such a great job, please note that there is a 160-degree turn point there at this chicane. If you are exiting the bike course because you completed your laps, you will come here, dismount at this point, and then head to transition. When you leave transition, you will come here. This is your mount line, this white line. You'll get on your bike, you will merge with the others, and then you will do the chicane and continue on your lap. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much it for the race briefing. We really look forward to seeing you in the morning. It's the first time this type of event has been held at Global Village of this nature. And for that, we're super excited. We love doing new routes at new venues, really challenges the team. Please also note that in the morning, the Costa coffee truck will be on the ground. They will be providing refreshments for you. So bring your credit cards and you can buy me a coffee at the end of the race. I'm always open to a coffee after we finished or even during, but you should be out on the course rather than that. The other thing that I would just draw your attention to is I know I've mentioned Monviso, the 3 red dots on my screen are the aid stations. We are expecting it to be hot in the morning. There is a bit of a reprieve coming, but I don't think it's going to be here for tomorrow, which is why we're trying to set you off early as possible. Please plan your hydration. Each of the aid stations, you may take 1 water bottle. We have over 1,000 water bottles on the course, but that is the perfect amount for each of you to take 1 bottle each time you run past. There's no need to take 2. They're 500 ml water bottles. You can put some on your head, you can drink some, and you can leave some in the bottle when you throw it away. You do not need to take 2. The aid station staff will not let you take 2. Please remember that. That's the other thing that I would want to ask. Let me stop sharing my screen. So from us at Race Me, of course, Giant, the Duathlon series, Giant Bicycles, Alboom Marine, and Beyond the Bike. Not to forget Fitness First, Monviso, Oakley, all of our partners, the Dubai Sports Council, and from us here at Race Me, we can't wait to see you in the morning. Please have an early night, get a good night's sleep, and we'll see you bright and early. If you'd like to drop off now, the call now, that's absolutely fine. I will open up the mics now to people ask questions. Just looking in the chat, we can see Arnie, bib number. I received a barcode and ticket number. Is this referred to as bib number? No, Arnie, in the email, there is a registration list button. Click on that link. It takes you to the website and that gives you your bib number. And that answers your question, Raj. Race packs. It's not a race pack, it's your bib number and a race bag that is on the bike racking number. So when you come to transition in the morning, that's where you'll find your pack and in there will be your bib number. You must wear your bib to get out on the course. Please go online, Raj, have a look and see what your bib number is. Don't turn up tomorrow not knowing what it is. There's no excuse for that. You can quickly go online, have a look, and then come and you'll know exactly where to rack your bike. And again, people, you'd be surprised. I would say about 5 to 7% of people take other people's bibs. They're not paying attention in the morning. They go to the wrong number. It's not their name on their bib, but they still put it on and they still race. And it causes us tremendous pain trying to fix the problem, find out what happened to the bib. And of course, that person gets the wrong time. And we are looking at prize money. So I want to make sure everyone has the right bibs, the right times, etc. Alvaro, can supporters assist? No, they cannot. Any outside assistance from anybody will result in a disqualification for you. It is a self-supported event. If you want to take water bottles out onto the course with you, you must leave transition with it. You cannot take anything from anyone. If we see that, we will have no choice but to disqualify you. We want a nice, fair race, clean race for everybody involved, because I'm sure everybody will be expecting the same thing. No, you don't need a new bib. It's the same bib. We just change your distance in the timing system. So same bib, same number, same everything. Is there anyone like to unmute themselves, come ask some questions? I can go through anything on the screen again, talk you through the run routes or the bike routes, transition, parking, how to get there. Anything like that. If anyone's got any questions, don't be shy. Mark.
Hi, John. Yeah, can you just show me where to park again, please? And just go through the run route one more time.
Sure. So let me share my screen. And then let me annotate, get my nice little drawer. Okay, so which direction are you coming from? Where do you live?
Greens and Views. So
you'll be coming along here. You'll go around this roundabout. You'll go all the way down. Oh no, you'll be on this outside road. Sorry. You'll go all the way down around here, all the way around the back, and then you come in at this exit into car park here. You can park anywhere in here. Up to you.
Awesome.
And then I advise to start parking here, and then this is the safest point to cross the road. You have a little trot up here, wheel your bike round through there, and then you're into transition. Now you want to see what the run route. Oh yeah, we've got the run route up already. That's lucky. Let's just clear this. What distance are you doing, Mark?
Sprint.
Okay, so you are going to be doing 5 kilometers on your first lap. So you're going to start in the finish chute is where we'll start everyone. Get a nice picture. So you'll come out here, you run along here, you run along here, and you're doing 5 kilometers. So you're going to do 1 full lap of this black line. Aid station all the way around. Then when you come into here, you go clockwise around this part, back out, all the way around again, and then down into transition. And that is your 5 kilometer route. Then you go on your bike, you're going to do 4 laps, 20 kilometers on the bike, and then back into the run. And then I will just redraw the route for you. So your second run is going to be 2.5 kilometers. So you'll leave transition, same again, all the way out, past the 1.25 turn point. You'll come round through here. And then at the aid station and the timing point, there's a run check timing point here. This is where you do your turn. And then you head back the same way that you just came back to the finish line.
Awesome. And where do we get out on the bike?
So maybe better if I go to a map, not that one. No, this is transition. You'll actually be leaving at the you'll be leaving, so you'll start your run here, you'll run off that way. Then when you come back, you'll come into transition, you'll find your bike, let's say it's there, you'll run down, you'll go on your bike that way. When you come back on your bike, you'll be coming here. This is our dismount line. So you'll dismount, come back into transition, put your bike there, and then you'll go running out again.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, pleasure. Anyone else? Questions? Let's have a little look in the chat. Can I use my phone in my pocket as I can't find my running watch and need to track my time? Yes, Lane, you can, but if I find you on your phone or making any phone calls or doing any selfies, I'll disqualify you. Dory, are supporters allowed in the transition area? No, Dory, they are not. The transition is part of the race. If you assist or give anyone support in that point, you will run the risk of being disqualified or having the person you're supporting disqualified. Alvaro, where the spectators should go, family and friends, well, they should go to the Costa truck and they should buy me a Costa, and then they should buy you a Costa and get ready for your return. So spectators can go anywhere in the, is my screen still shared? Yeah. So spectators can go anywhere. Personally, I would hang around this area. The action will be down in transition, but it's a short walk between these 2 points on my screen where I'm flicking my mouse. And it, depending on what distance you're doing and which section of your run, if it's the first or the last, you'll pass them once or twice. It's also shaded. There are nice trees. It looks pretty, and there's a better photo opportunity at this point. No point going all the way around the back of the circuit. I really don't think that's necessary, but they can go anywhere in this area. No one's past the selfie age in this country, Laney, that's for sure. Could you explain Super Sprint Run course? Of course I can, Alex. Thank you very much, boss man. Oh yeah, so was that you? Alex, do you still need Alex? Alex W, okay. Alex Cantanti, the Super Sprint Run course, okay. So, Super Sprint, you're gonna start in the finish line, you're gonna run along here. You're doing 2.5 kilometers for your first run. So you'll come all the way along here. You will reach this 2.5 kilometer turn point and the aid station and the timing point. You will turn at this point and you will run back the same way, all the way back into the transition. You will get on your bike. You will go for your little bike rides around this way. You're doing Super Sprint. So that is 10 kilometers, 2 laps. So, whoops, sorry, bike's going to go somewhere like, I apologize, I messed up your bike route. Your bike is going to go like this, round this roundabout, up here, round there, down there somewhere, loop, come back, and into the transition area. And then your second run, Alex, will be only 1.25 kilometers. You're the smart one out of everyone. You chose the right distance. So for your second run, you'll come out of transition along this way. You will turn around the 1.52 kilometer. You will run back and then down the finish line. And that is your camera moment. That is where you smile. You realize that you did the right distance because the sun's shining, and now you can go and buy yourself a Costa. And if you are at the Costa truck, please buy me one. Okay, have I peddled Costa enough for everybody? We still have 29 people in the chat room. Okay, guys, got to get a crack on. If there's any more questions, you can come and ask them now quickly. Otherwise, please take yourself out of the room. Otherwise, I'm going to kick everyone out. I've got to process the video, get it up online for everyone, and then we've got to start packing all the vans and getting everything ready for tomorrow morning. Oh, I should say, it's going to be a night setup for the Race Me team. So that means they'll be there at 1 o'clock in the morning as Global Village. Let me get off this. It's a night setup. So they'll be there at 1 o'clock in the morning when Global Village is closing, and the guys will be setting up through the night to get this ready for you in the morning. So they'll be tired, they'll be happy and smiling. But if you do see them, please give them a pat on the back. Thank them very much. I would say they love what they do, but this one I don't think they will. But if you do want to give them some high fives and express your gratitude, please do. I'd love that very much. Thank you. Assuming we need running shoes at the bike rack. Yes, absolutely right, Ajinkya. It's just like a normal transition. You put your running shoes by the bike, depending on what you prefer to bike in. You leave everything on the floor by your bike. Okay, can you confirm the timings? Yeah, it's all on the email, Jamie, that got sent to you. So 6:10 will be the standard, 6:20 will be the sprint, and 6:30 will be the super sprint. I can't confirm what time you're going to do, but I will do that as soon as you cross the finish line. All the results will be live. You can check them out, raceme.ae/results. As soon as you come over the line, your time should be up. Okay, guys, girls, that's it for me. I'm going to kick everyone out now. Hope you have a great evening. Remember, go easy on the grapefruit juice tonight, and we'll see you nice and early in the morning. Oh, bike racking. I should just throw that in there. Bike racking will be from around 5:15 to 6 o'clock.